They said he was one of the longest kids in that county to be in the system.
I'm Noelle Russell, and welcome to a special episode of Roads to Home. Every November during National Adoption Month, the Department of Child Services celebrates the families who have opened their homes to children in our foster care system. Families like the Blackburns.
I was inspired by this quote from Mother Teresa, who said, "If you can't feed the 100, then just feed the one." That always was in the back of my mind. Well, okay, maybe we could just help one.
At this stage of their lives, Luann and Michael Blackburn could be looking toward retirement. Their children are grown, they're financially stable, but settling down was never their plan.
You know, when I was 35 years old, I was working for a career and trying to get a house paid for, and get stuff and make a life. Well, I have it now. It's time to share it. I want something more permanent.
There are currently 1,500 children across Indiana who are eligible for adoption. Some are lucky, already living with foster parents who plan to adopt them. But hundreds are still waiting for the perfect match. And as the Blackburns quickly learned, each child needs something different.
All the kids who have been through trauma are always going to have problems. Some are bigger and some are smaller. That was important, was finding, getting the right child with the right parents. And I think they do a pretty good job of that.
Michael and Luann started thumbing through profiles, pictures and stories of children in need of a home. In some ways, Michael said, it was overwhelming, but it also assured the couple they were on the right path, and these children couldn't wait.
We looked through these books once we got approved. I mean, I just could not believe what some of these kids have been through. We have to help somebody.
Among them was Brandon, a teenage boy who had been in and out of the foster care system since he was a toddler. And the older he got, the harder it became to find him a permanent home. Like every foster child, Brandon had been through trauma that occasionally caused him to act out. He knew that could be difficult on a new family, but he just wanted someone to take a chance on him.
So most grown-ups that I've heard of don't like adopting out teenagers because, for one, problems. So maybe that's why they want a baby so they can raise it themselves.
But the Blackburns had known from the beginning they wanted to open their home to an older child. And so they invited Brandon to dinner. He chose a Mexican restaurant, his favorite, and everyone went in with high hopes.
We just sat and talked and learned, told them about our family, because it wasn't just us, it's our family, our kids. It was like, we may be doing the adopting, but he was going to be a part of our family.
Brandon told the Blackburns how much he loves fishing, and they told him they have a boat, and they'd be happy to take him out on the water.
I kind of had my head up, maybe this will work out. For once, something happy in my life would work out.
The Blackburns agreed, and so Michael and Luann welcomed a 15-year-old boy into their home. Those first days were eye-opening. To a boy who had grown up with so little, the smallest things brought him the greatest joy.
When we brought him home, one of the first questions he asked was, "Is this my room? Do I have to share it?" And we have a 4-bedroom house, right? Because we had 3 kids, now we were just us. We had 3 empty bedrooms.
The Blackburns had so many things they wanted to show Brandon, and family they wanted him to meet. Michael and Luann grew up with parents who would do anything for them, whose dedication to their children paved the way for them to be successful.
We're trying to do that for Brandon. It's not always what he wants. I said, we aren't going to give you everything you want. We're going to give you everything you need.
Even as Brandon began to settle in, there were reminders along the way of just how different his life had been before.
The first time we took him to a hotel, we were just staying in South Bend to visit our family. And we got into the hotel and he goes, "Oh, it's so clean." It wasn't the kind of hotels he'd ever been in.
Over the next 8 months, they all settled into a kind of rhythm. Brandon met Luann's big extended family, and everyone made plans to travel together. Brandon, who wasn't used to family vacations, had one request.
So I told them that, my dream vacation would just to be at a beach.
They went to Destin, Florida. Brandon felt the soft sand under his feet and took his first dip in the ocean. Looking back, that trip felt like a turning point.
I was really surprised that I was actually there. That was probably my biggest moment of like, wow, this is actually happening.
Michael and Luann were determined to show Brandon this time would be different. They weren't backing out. Not now, not when he turned 18, not ever.
I'm not going to let Brandon 2 years from now just walk out the front door and good luck.
You're still parents no matter
He's
what
going
age
to
they
be
are.
a part of our family forever. I want to help him succeed. Because I think he's very smart. He can be things. He can have hope.
On September 22nd, 2020, they went before a judge who made Brandon an official member of the Blackburn family. Luann immediately took to social media to share the good news.
We made it a special day for him, and I had made plans. I was at a baby shower, and when they were taking the decorations down, I took the "It's a Boy" and I put it on a poster board. And so when we were done, we took pictures of "It's a Boy" and I posted it for our friends on Facebook, saying just like a baby announcement, and said, he's 5'8" and 168 pounds. And
Brandon is still getting used to the idea that he has people in his life he can count on. Looking to the future wasn't something he could do before, but now the teenager dares to dream.
My goal right now is mainly to graduate out of high school. They probably won't like this, but my plan is to stay with them until I'm probably at least 21 or a bit older. They probably don't like that, but that's my plan.
okay with
That's
us.
fine with us.
But the reason why is because I want to basically make enough money so I will be able to live on my own.
The Blackburns have some advice for those considering adoption. Take a leap of faith. If you can't adopt, foster. If you can't foster, find other ways to connect with the children who need you.
Find something you're passionate about, and make a difference in the world.
They've certainly made a difference in Brandon's.
One of the things I've noticed is when you give, you get more back. And we've been helping Brandon, and believe it or not, we've gotten more back from Brandon than we've given him.
I'm Noelle Russell. As you celebrate National Adoption Month, remember there are children just like Brandon still waiting for their forever families. To learn more about them, visit indianaadoptionprogram.org. And as always, thanks for listening.